this is Scott from NoLabToMetal.com, and it's time for another 5 random pulls, or what's spinning, or whatever you want to call this segment, where I just kind of grab some records out of my collection. And got a camera person this time, my lovely wife, who's behind the camera and not in the video. But she's going to be pointing at some record shelves. I'm going to pull it out, and hopefully I'll have listened to that album recently enough to tell you something about it. Otherwise, I'll just be showing you a cover. If it's something cool, I'll throw it on the turntable. We'll take a listen to it, and we'll hope that YouTube doesn't get, ticked and tag my videos with some kind of copyright infringement or something stupid like that. Anyhow, so here we go. First one, point at the shelf and let's go.
Okay, go across the room and go in the middle on the top.
Middle top. This one's kind of tight, so I'm trying to loosen it up a little bit. Told you it was tight. Jeez. Alright. Oh, okay, cool. I don't know if you can see that or not. This side of the room's a little darker, but Joshua, The Hand is Quicker Than the Eye. Joshua Pry, I believe was his last name. This is a EP that came out in the early 80s. If I'm not mistaken, it was Ken Templin. No, I think this is their second album. This is Ken Templin sang on their first album, and they got different vocals on here. I think it's actually, let me check that. See the vocals in this now. I'm pretty sure this is the guy that became one of those TBN preachers. Let's see here. Need my spectacles. Okay, where's the information on here? Who's singing on this thing? You'd think it would be a little easier to find, wouldn't you? Doesn't say. Anyhow, no, I'm wrong. I'm thinking of the wrong album. This is, let's see, keyboards and vocals, lead rhythm guitar, lead and background vocals. Stephen Fontaine is the vocals on this album. So I was wrong. That's not the guy I was thinking of. So anyhow, shred guitaring, melodic songs. It's heavy, but it's not. Let's just put it on. By the way, what's spinning in the background is Freakings. Freakings. Won't be taking that off right now. Hopefully it won't be too loud. Nope, not too loud. Not a little bit. Like I said, melodic. I'll keep dropping this thing. So while it's spinning, we'll go ahead and we'll do that next one. So number 2.
Turn around and get this little stack next to your... Yeah, down in there.
This is my little collection of 10-inch records, so let's see. No cheating.
No cheating.
Okay, well. Metallica Live at Grammys. This is I believe this is a double 10-inch. At least I know it's a gatefold. And I'm pretty sure it is a double gatefold, but yeah. 1 and 2. But actually, this is a pretty good live album. It's mostly early material: No Remorse, Harvester of Sorrow, Welcome Home Sanitarium, From the Bell Tolls, Master of Puppets, Motor Breath, Seek and Destroy, Sad But True. Yeah, not a whole lot of older, newer stuff on there, which is fine with me. I like the older stuff better. So, and it's actually some pretty good stuff. The sound quality is really good, and it's good performance. Captures some live and raw energy. So, Metallica Live at Grammys, 10-inch. Next, not gonna spin that one. Everybody knows what Metallica sounds like.
The second shelf right behind you, on the left.
Here?
Yes.
is the Black Sabbath section. The chances of me pulling a Black Sabbath album out is pretty good. Yep. Black Sabbath. Yeah, it's kind of like half that whole cube is full of Black Sabbath records, so pretty much guaranteed to get a Black Sabbath record out of that one. But this is a Tony Martin era record. Cross Purposes, I believe it is. I like Tony Martin stuff, but I prefer the, I don't know, I like all Sabbath really, but I don't tend to pull, when I want to hear Sabbath, I tend to either go to Ozzy or Dio or even Ian Gillan before I would pull this stuff, but sometimes I get on a whole kick, you know, I'll just keep listening to Sabbath, and yeah. So this is on the IRS label. I don't know if you can see that, I'll take that out of the sleeve. The little IRS label. It's a good record, heavy, a little more melodic than the stuff he did with Dio, and definitely more melodic than the stuff he did with Ian Gillan, which that album is just viciously heavy. Kind of wish I pulled it, because that's a great record and I would have popped it on. So anyhow, Black Sabbath. Next, number 4.
Go back to the other side of the room and in the 3rd row in the middle.
Here?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one. Savage Grace. California heavy metal, speed metal. I believe this is Metal Blade? Yeah, this is an early Metal Blade EP. This is good stuff. So, if you guys who are into heavy metal don't know this is really good stuff. Matter of fact, this is another one I'm going to do a needle drop on because I love Savage Grace. So. And that was Joshua you were listening to earlier. Noisy Blake sleeves. So here's the, it's on the old Metal Blade Axe label. This is some headbanging stuff here. Not that I'm going to necessarily headbang, but yeah. A little heavier than the Joshua stuff. More my speed, or at least right at the moment it's more my speed. Okay. That was number 4, Savage Grace. I don't think there was an insert or anything with that one. Let's just double check. Oh, there was an insert. Just a generic lyric sleeve. And the old Enigma Metal Blade discography at the time. Okay, one more, number 5.
Back again on this side of the room. The 4th row down on the right.
All the way on the bottom?
All the way on the bottom.
On the right, over here.
Yes.
This one's really tight too, so.
Need a bigger room and a
More shelves.
bigger shelf.
Oh, this is awesome. This is a compilation of California metal. Bunch of early 80s Christian heavy metal bands. We got Barren Cross and Deliverance. This is actually the album I discovered Deliverance on. I bought this album back in 1990. I sold all my records with just a handful of them.
Bring it. There you go.
Just a handful of records that I had I bought new. It was a brand new Christian at the time, so I was looking for some Christian metal, and I bought this, and I heard Deliverance, and I was just blown away. Kind of reminded me of Dark Angel at the time, or Death Angel, not Dark Angel, because it had that kind of that speed and that intensity, but it was melodic as well. 2 great songs in here. A Space Called You, which is a real oddity for Deliverance, because it's almost like a ballad, and Attack, which is just a vicious California speed metal album song. Excuse me. Guardian, Hero, and my buddy Glenn Rogers, who used to be in Hyrax, Heretic, and Steel Vengeance, and Vengeance Rising, and Deliverance, was also in Hero. And Mastodon, not the same Mastodon that's been around now. This is the 80s Mastodon with the Elefantes, used to be in Kansas, and Neon Cross. And they did this song on here called Son of God, which is awesome. And yeah, let's do one more needle drop. Because Aaron showed I believe it was Aaron, Metal Theologian showed a Neon Cross album on his Jesus Metal video. And this is actually, I believe, the first thing they came out with was on this California Metal series. Hate that drag at the end there. Eventually I'll have a new turntable. Eventually.
It's Christmas. You get nothing.
See if I can needle drop tightly on a record here without making a mess. Because it is the last song on side B. Almost. This is Hero. But anyhow, I think there was an insert in this one too, I'll show that while it goes into the next song. So yeah, there's I don't know if you can see there's enough light in here or not. Let's turn this way a little bit. There's Hero, Deliverance. That's just a goofy picture they put in there for Mastodon. Hero, our Guardian, who was wearing just bizarre clothing at the time. This kind of, I don't know, I think it looked like hockey gear to me. Baron Cross, and then here's Neon Cross. That's what you're hearing now. This is this is Son of God. I remember Metal Theologian saying most of the Christian bands, if they came out of California, were bad, but there were actually some really good bands out of California, and this is one of them. Always loved this song. On the flip side, a young Pastor Bob Beeman, who was pastor of the Sanctuary Church out in California, the Rock and Roll Refuge. And Pastor Bob still has a series today on YouTube, The Daily with Pastor Bob. And I actually watch that series every day. It's a really cool teaching series. So, anyhow, Neon Cross. So, that's it. 5 records randomly pulled off the shelf, and that's it. So, God bless. Stay strong.